Hi everyone, Miss Meek here, and today we're going to be talking about dividing decimals. So just like with multiplying decimals, we have to know what to do with that decimal point when we divide. And so today we're going to be talking about dividing a decimal by another decimal. Now to talk about this, we have to know all of our different pieces. This first number, 9 5/10, is being divided by 12/100. What that means is that my 9 5/10 is my total or my dividend, meaning that it is going to go inside of my division house. So here's my division house, and 9 5/10 needs to go inside that house. Now, what 12/100 is the amount that we're dividing by. So this is the pieces that I'm trying to fit inside. I'm trying to figure out how many times can this 12/100 fit inside of my 9 5/10. And that is our divisor, meaning that this number is going to go on the outside of my division house. Well, now that we have everything set up here, let's talk about what do we do. Well, we have decimals on the outsides, we have decimal points on the inside. The way I like to talk about dividing here is to tell you a little story, and it's a kind of a silly story. This is the story of Scaredy Cat and Booty Bitin' Rottweiler. Now, Scaredy Cat and Booty Bitin' Rottweiler have their names for a reason. Scaredy Cat is a super scared cat who is scared of everything. And Booty Bitin' Rottweiler, well, he has a reputation for going up behind people and biting their booties. So, Booty Bitin' Rottweiler is coming over to visit Scaredy Cat at his house. Booty Bitin' Rottweiler is our decimal point here on the outside. And every time that Booty Bitin' Rottweiler gets closer to the door, Scaredy Cat's like, nope, I don't want none of that. Scaredy Cat is our inside decimal right here. And so every time Booty Bitin' Rottweiler moves closer to our front door here, our front door is being our division house, Scaredy Cat's like, nope, and he moves away as well. So Booty Bitin' Rottweiler is going to walk all the way up to the front door. So there he is. And Scaredy Cat's like, nope, and he keeps moving away. So as Booty Bitin' Rottweiler makes his way to the front door, Scaredy Cat moves that same distance away. And so now Scaredy Cat's over here. Booty Bitin' Rottweiler says, well, it's time to visit my friend Scaredy Cat. And Scaredy Cat's like, nope. And so he jumps up to the roof. Now, this is a really silly story, but how does it relate to the math that's happening here? Well, our outside decimal is going to move all the way to our division house's wall. And however many times it takes for him to move all the way to that wall, our inside decimal moves the same number of times. So as you may have noticed here, our outside decimal moved twice, 2 times. And our inside decimal also moved 2 times. They moved the same number of times. Now in this blank space right here, we're going to fill in a 0, and then we're able to divide. Now this is a lot of mess all around our problem, so I suggest that you rewrite your problem. Now that our decimals are in the correct spot, this is the problem that I am solving. I am solving 12 dividing into 950, and that decimal point is over here at the end. So now that I've rewritten my problem, I'm going to go ahead and start dividing. Okay, 12 does not go into 9. 12 goes into 95 7 times. 7 times 12 is 84. I subtract and I get 11. Bring down the 0. 12 goes into 110. Let's see, 9 times or 8 times. Let's do a little bit of scratch work over here to the side. That's 18, carry my 1. 9 times. That's 908. I subtract and I get a 2. My division is not done, so I add a 0 on the other side of my decimal point to continue to divide. 12 goes into 21 times. I subtract and I get an 8. Add a 0. 12 goes into 86 times. That is 72. And I'm running out of space here, but I can actually see that I'm going to get an 8. And so that means that my math is going to start repeating because I'm going to end up getting 80 minus 72 over and over and over again, which means I have a repeating decimal. The 6 is my repeating digit right there, and so my final answer is 79 1600ths repeating. Now let's go through some steps. Let's clarify, let's simplify, let's leave the dogs and the cats where they are and just get down to the nitty-gritty math. So again, when I'm dividing here, this number is going to go inside. This is my dividend, my dividend that goes inside. So when I set up my problem, that number is going to go inside. And then the number that I am dividing by is called my divisor, and it is going to go outside. So let's go ahead and set up our problem. So 2.5 is on the outside here, and 9 and 75/100 is on the inside of my division house. All right, so step 1 is that we have to get our decimals in the right places. I'm going to move the outside decimal all the way to the wall. So move the outside decimal to the division wall. So to the division wall. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to be moving it just one time. Step number 2 then is to move the inside decimal the same number of places. So move that dividend decimal, the inside decimal, the same number of places. The same number of places. Okay, so I only moved it one time on the outside. That means that I'm going to be moving this inside decimal one time as well. So it is now between the 7 and the 5. Step number 3 is to rewrite and then divide, making sure that you put your decimal in the right spot. So rewrite and divide. All right, so here we go. I'm going to rewrite right here. And so my new problem is 25 because we moved that decimal all the way out of the way. And then I have 97 and 5/10 that I'm dividing. This decimal now is put in its place. It is not going to move. And so you can go ahead and write it up on your answer line. Now we're going to go ahead and divide. 25 does not fit into 9. 25 fits into 97 3 times. That's going to be 75. I'm going to subtract and get 22, and I bring down my 5. 25 goes into 225, I believe, 9 times. 9 times 25 is 225. I subtract, I get 0. It's not a repeating decimal. And so my final answer is going to be 3 and 9/10. So again, the whole process is to move your divisor decimal out of the way and then move your dividend decimal the same number of spaces. So if I only move this outside decimal one time, okay, I moved it only one time, I move this inside decimal also only one time. So it's equal. One is not traveling more than the other. Once you get that decimal in the right spot, go ahead and move it up to your answer line and then divide like normal. All right, I hope that this helps clear up any confusion about dividing decimals. I will talk to you later. Bye.